Hello and welcome back to the channel. We got things fixed. So last time had issues with the existing espresso machine. We hadn't opened yet. We're still not open. However, I do have a date to give you, but I'm going to show you a little bit about the changes that were made and how we are ready to open very, very soon. It's about time. So the old espresso machine that you saw in the last video that isn't doing so hot is there on the floor. We'll be taking that to our home within the next couple of days. I want to show you some art that was put up on the wall here before we get into everything. We were gifted this Café 1912 sign. It's actually made out of string. I kid you not. I'll get you a little bit closer where you could see that. The whole thing is made from string. It's extremely heavy. It was difficult to put up because of how heavy it was, but it's really cool. And we got it its own spotlight up there. We have installed a spotlight just to go on that new sign. So we have those. The next thing I want to show you before we get into the espresso machine, which we'll get into in a minute, is this thing that I had to fight to get. It's hiding way back here. Show you a little view from the side here. This is a new voltage stabilizer. So what this does is it helps protect the espresso machine from bad electricity. You can't read it from this angle, but I can. It says that right now it's receiving 234 volts and it's giving the machine 223. So it's trying to keep things clean to go into the machine. The reason I had such a hard time getting that is the technician that installed the espresso machine said that you don't need one of these. No one has them here. It's outdated. Nobody needs it, but I think you need it. Everything I read says you would need something to bring clean voltage to the espresso machine in case of bad electricity. The other problem I had was finding one of these in Albania. My electrician, who didn't think I needed one, but he never has put in one. He finally found me one, so I really appreciate his work on that. So that is going to this. This is the Lelite Giulietta X. So Lelite is known for very good home espresso machines. This is their commercial espresso machine. They've had this for at least 9 years now, maybe 10 years by now. So they've had a lot of time to do updates and everything to this. All the reviews I've seen from it have been very good. We had the technician come in and install it, and he did a really good job, I must say. He had to read the directions on some because he's never installed a Lelite machine before. Luckily, the directions were also in Italian because he only speaks 2 languages, which is Albanian and Italian. So that was good. So some of the things that are a little bit different on this machine, normally you see the buttons up at the top for all the programmed dosing, but it's on the bottom here. It has the cool touch wand, means when it's going, well, you can steam it right now. Whoops. Steam it and you can grab hold, so that's kind of nice. Very nice, so you don't have to just grab the rubber parts, you can grab anywhere on there. This has a 2-hole steam wand tip, which is good because I don't like the 4. I do like the 1. The 2 is worked out really well. I've already tried this machine, of course. And again, it is a 2-group. You have your water right there for all your hot water needs. And there's a steam wand on both sides. The cup holder on top isn't as big as some of the other units because if I give you a side view, you can see that the top doesn't come all the way out because of the design. And it does have a small riser here so the drink's closer, but you can put a tall drink there as well. So that worked out real nice. Now we did run into a strange dilemma. I was at a coffee shop in Albania and I was talking to someone about the cortado and the macchiato. Now I'm going to show you something using one of these espresso cups. Now, from what I was always taught and learned, a macchiato is called a stained coffee. So that would be an espresso with a little, I call it dollop or a spoonful of foamed milk on the top, just stained with milk, the macchiato. Where the cortado is more of a 1-to-1 ratio where you have equal parts espresso and milk, which is a very good drink. However, I saw someone here order in Albania a macchiato, and it was a cortado, and I quickly asked, that is a cortado, correct? And they said, no, it's a macchiato. So I made my version, what I think the standard version of a macchiato and a cortado, and brought it to another coffee shop just in walking distance from mine, and asked them which one of these two is the macchiato, and they pointed to the cortado. So we had to do a edit to our menu, take off cortado just because of all the confusion it will cause here in Albania, and just put in macchiato, knowing that when somebody orders that, they're going to get a cortado. Again, it gets very confusing, but basically everybody's getting a cortado and they call it a macchiato. It's the easiest way I know how to say it. Very confusing, but that's something we did learn in this past 2 weeks. So just to go over how everything's gonna work here, there'll be 2 tables outside, 4 chairs at each table. That ladder will be gone, and this furniture will be outside. That ladder will be hidden. I'm using that right now. It helps people know that we are not open right now. They could see all that stuff. Not to mention in Albanian it says closed. So that bucket will be gone too. Turn around this way, and on our table it says self-service, which at first I thought we would need to have something saying order at counter in Albanian. Guy made the sign, said that will work just fine, so I let him put it on it what he thought would work for the Albanians. On it, he's got a scan for the menu and a scan for the Wi-Fi. So that is on there, so people don't really need to ask us for the Wi-Fi. They could just scan that. Not to mention, it does say it in text what the Wi-Fi and the password is, so that makes things easy. So assuming that they realize that it's self-service, not to mention we will wave them to the front, they will come over here to the front. We have our menus over here to the left, which we can easily point to. One side is English, the other side is in Albanian. We will have our pastries here in the display case. There will be lights on so they can easily see what's in there, because we didn't order this to be tinted, but it is. However, the light will make it real nice and bright. Our hours are on the sign up here. We'll put that up whenever it is time to open. So there'll be a computer right there where that blue cup is, and that's where our computer will be for ordering. We are going to bring their order out to the table. So we will put the finished stuff right here on the edge there and walk it out to the table. That is what we are looking to do. Now, from an operational standpoint, I'm going to give you a tour around here. We're going to start from the most irrelevant stuff to the most relevant. So let's go up here. This is the storage. The beans overnight, any that are still left in the hopper, will go in those because they're sealed. We also have the teacups we can use. The extra coffee cups are stored here. All of our extra glasses, I'll show you where the other ones are. And going right along, we've got extra to-go stuff here, extra teas that we have, and of course, all the extra coffees that we have up here. Let's go down. We've got a cordless, wireless vacuum. The longer part for the floor is down here. Some extra waters we'll keep there. Trash can. Over here is kind of like my little area of everything that I need in a pinch. This little machine is going home. This is for like a drying rack. So whenever we want to set something over there real quick to dry, it can do that. Some of the things that I will need to grab real carefully are over here. You may say, what is this over here in these vials here? Pay no attention to that right now. That is for decoration. We were going to use it with a single dose grinder, but I needed to use it. It was this one right here, but we decided to do a third bean choice, and I don't have room for another grinder. So for right now, I thought it just looked cool. So that's all that is. Cleaning stuff is down here. So all the cleaning supplies, pain medicine for whenever I have pain, and stomach medicine for whenever I need acid reflux and I need some omeprazole, it's there. We got our cleaning stuff for the grinders and for the espresso machine, a Wi-Fi smoke detector I still need to install. We've got, again, the cleaning, paper towels. Down here is the tools that I would need to work on any of the coffee equipment. This is for cleaning as well. We have not WD-40, but here in Albania, it's called VVD-40, not to be misconstrued with WD-40. Bottom shelf is going to be the receipts, the extra paper for those type of things, and miscellaneous other things we hardly would ever use. Going around, we have storage again in these two baskets. We have the EcoSoft system here for the water purification and a remineralization, which is hiding in the back. The tank where it puts water in that tank so we can quickly extract it from that. Two sinks, left and right, one for cleaning, depending if it's hands or whatever. We got two sinks. It's great to have two. There's our milk jug rinser is right there. Going up here, we have lights that we could put on the table at night. You click the button, it lights up. Looks kind of good at night. I'll have to show you that sometime when I'm here at night. Here is just more coffee cups over here. Now, we get to the fun stuff. This is for the cold coffee drinks. This is it's called Johnny, so I call it Johnny Red. Johnny Red there is for the cold drinks, for mixing either the milk or it can mix the espresso. Those are some drinks that I'm going to be doing. I'll have videos on the drinks that I do here, one by one. Here on the far right is our Ethiopian blend. Then we have the Colombian blend. And by the way, these are the Malkonig X54. Yes, these are made for the home. However, they are good secondary grinders. These are our upgraded coffee beans, and they're grind by time. If I hit that, you can see what the time is for each of these. 14.3 to give me 18 grams. This one's 18 seconds to give me 18 grams. That's 14.3 seconds. All right, over here we have the most expensive grinder, our main one, which obviously I need to add more coffee beans to. This is our home blend, is what we call it. It's basically this coffee right here, which is 50% Robusta, 50% Arabica. Tastes really good. Albanians love it. Made by Muliri. We love Muliri. So this is the Atom 65W by Eureka. So this is a grind by weight. Goes really fast. Love it. This is basically like a puck press, if you're familiar with that term. Auto tamper is what it is. So we have it set to do 2 different times, so it goes down twice at 30 pounds. Works really good. Got it from Temu. It's Chinese brand, works really well. You know this machine, we've talked about that already. We have the automatic cleaner for the portafilter. This thing rocks. Got this on Temu, works real well. It was so affordable. If it ever breaks, I'm just getting another one. That's how good it works. And yes, we do have a backup, the old-fashioned bang-bang type if something were to happen to this. And as we went over before, the voltage stabilizer. Here is where we have some of our other coffee products and actually hot chocolate and things that we may use. And our to-go cups, which you can see is at a very good location for efficiency. We've got a bunch of spoons that we have in there for stirring. I have brown sugar, I have white sugar here. We've got the packets of white sugar, of course. We've got cinnamon, we've got cocoa powder for the different drinks. Wi-Fi over here, that is only running our point of sale system and our music. I'll show you where our music comes from in a minute. Speaking of music, there is one speaker there. The other speaker is across up there in the very corner. They are paired, which works out real well for us. Let's go down here. We have a small ice machine at the bottom there when it's summer, and I'm gonna do more ice drinks. We will have a better ice solution, but that little booger right there works real well. Over here, we've got our serving trays, we've got our to-go boxes, we've got our glasses and our plates where we could grab them in a real pinch. So that's why we put it there for efficiency. We also have our coasters and our calculator. If you're wondering what's the big deal with the calculator, well, we don't speak fluent Albanian, so we can put in the amount that the total is and turn that around for them to see. That should work real well. Over here, we're using a iPad for our music. So that is under here. There's our credit card reader and just another electrical outlet and some extra napkins. So that's about all that's there. This underneath is our refrigerated counter. Everything you see there is refrigerated. In here, we have cold drinks. They're all cold, and the whole thing is just slam full no matter what I pull out. We have 31 different drinks, and we've got extra storage in here. And this will be full of milk at the bottom when we're ready to order in just a couple of days. Milk, we want it to be as fresh as possible, so we're waiting to the last second to order everything there. You'll see 3 hooks here. This is not ideal, where we thought we would put the orders as they come by. It's a little bit low. If you're saying, why don't you just put them on the top here? It makes sense to me. That's what we planned on doing. Except, magnet doesn't work there. It only works there. So we're gonna have to figure out something else. So there's the big overview. The opening day is coming up this week on Thursday, October 30th. So if you've been watching these videos since I was babbling in Thailand talking about opening up a coffee shop, and you were saying, well, sooner or later he's going to open it up, well, it's coming. It's coming soon. And I will have videos to let you know how it went. Obviously, I'm not going to walk around with a camera on opening day, but I can do like a time lapse and then give you a video telling you all the things that have happened. So thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. If you feel like donating, go down to the link. You'll see Ko-fi, and we can accept donations down there. We sure would appreciate it. And I'm going to say thank you in Albanian, which is Fala Menderit.